Good morning, future officers. A warm welcome to all of you in the today's CT360 session on EduTap. So, my dear friends, once again, a warm welcome to all of you in the today's session in which we will be covering the most important GNDSI current affairs from the examination point of view. If I'm audible and visible to all of you, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box. And let me tell you guys that today we will be covering the most important current affairs from 22nd to 24th of March 2025. And if you are someone who is preparing for RBI, NABARD, SEBI or other examinations like IBPS PO, SBI PO or other examination where there is a requirement of covering the current affairs, then let me tell you that these sessions are really going to be very helpful for all of you. मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं गाइज दैट आज के सेशन में हम मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स करेंगे हमारे 22nd टू 24th मार्च के. सो वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग विश्वजीत, गुरुराज, शनिका एंड ऑल द पीपल हु हैव जॉइंड अस लाइव इन द टुडेज सेशन. सो दोस्तों, वी ऑलवेज टेल यू दैट व्हेनेवर यू आर कमिंग टू द सेशन, प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट you have revised the previous session also. So किस किसने पिछला सेशन भी रिवाइज किया, प्लीज टेल मी इन द चैट बॉक्स. और लेट मी टेल यू दैट आई विल ऑल्सो वेरीफाई इट. By how? By taking your quick revision test. ठीक है? So I have already got the confirmation that yes, I am audible and visible to all of you, and that means we are good to go with the today's session, right? So my dear friends, these are the list of topics that we are going to cover in the today's session, and this includes one of a very important report, that is the World Happiness Report 2025. Then we have some other important news articles also that we will be covering. But before starting with that, let's first revise the previous session, the most important points of the previous session that you should remember from the examination point of view, and it will be rapid fire one for all of you. So please make sure that you are ready with your answers. Okay, so here's the very first question on the revised राष्ट्रीय गोकुल मिशन, जिसका जो फाइनेंशियल एलोकेशन है उसमें एडिशनल 1000 करोड़ रुपीस ऐड किए गए हैं, राइट? एंड व्हाट इज द न्यू फाइनेंशियल एलोकेशन राइट नाउ? What is the updated financial allocation for this revised Rashtriya Gokul mission? So what exactly will be the right answer here? Rupees 3400 crore. That is the right answer. Okay. And under this particular revised Gokul mission, two new activities have been announced by the government of India. One is the one-time assistance of -% capital cost, and the second one is provision of -% of the interest subvention on the loans. So what exactly will be the capital cost? So what will be the one-time assistance of the capital cost? That is 35%, and the provision of 3% interest subvention on the loans will be provided to the people. And I can see in the chat box, Shanika, Gaurav, Gururaj, Vishwajit, all the people are giving me the right answers. Absolutely right. Moving ahead to the National Program on Dairy Development, which is a central sector scheme with an enhanced budget. So we have also seen that 1000 crore has been added to the National Program on Dairy Development. And what exactly is the enhanced budget for this particular scheme? What is it? It is rupees 2790 crore, right? That is the right answer. Absolutely right. Moving ahead to the Unified Logistic Interface Platform, the platform which has reached a milestone, and the milestone is of recording dash API transactions. What exactly was that milestone? The milestone was of reaching 100 crore API transactions. That is the right answer. Moving ahead, Dash partnered with Dash to reduce unclaimed assets. So my dear friends, to reduce unclaimed assets in the Indian securities market, which organization has partnered with another platform? So the name of organization which basically regulates the market is SEBI. So SEBI is the right answer here, Security Exchange Board of India. It has partnered with the DigiLocker. It is the same platform where you can keep your documents and they are legally valid as its physical copies. Okay, so that is why this is the right answer. Moving ahead to the next question. So Center for Development of Telematics and Autonomous Telecom, R&D Center of Department of Telecommunication, has launched first cohort of incubation program. So what is the name of this incubation program which has been launched? It is Samarthya. That is the right answer. Moving ahead, Prime Minister applauds India's historic achievement of dash tons coal production. So what exactly is that milestone that Indian coal sector has achieved? That is 1 billion tons of coal production. That is the right answer. Moving ahead, Dash of Zimbabwe has been elected as the 10th president of the International Olympic Committee, replacing. So who is the new person and whom he will be replacing? So the name of the person from Zimbabwe is Christy Coventry, and the person who will be replaced is Thomas Bach. That is the right answer. Now moving ahead, International Day of Forest 2025 is being celebrated every year on which date? What is the date on which we celebrate the International Day of Forest? It is 21st of March. And the theme of the year is forest and food. That is the right answer. So my dear friends, with this we have revised all the important aspects of the previous session in just a matter of 5 minutes, right? So let me tell you, if you have missed this session, the detailed version of this session, do not worry, after the end of the today's session, make sure that you are going back to the previous session and watching it, because so many new topics and the very important topics we have covered in the previous session, right? Like you have seen National Program on Dairy Development, Rashtriya Gokul Mission, and Samarthya, and all other important news articles. So now I think that all of you are really ready for the today's session and the topics that we are going to today, right? So my dear friends, I really believe that you are really feeling happy, but what is the level of your happiness? That is what depends upon. So can anybody tell me in the chat box how much happy you are? Like if I will be giving a very small task, right? For example, this is a ladder of happiness, right? And you have thought that, okay, I will be reaching here in my life in terms of happiness. So this is the ideal situation, and this is the worst situation where somebody can be, but I don't wish that anybody should be there, but yes, there might be somebody here. So I am asking you that if I will be scaling this ladder on from 0 to 10, so on what scale you will rank your happiness? Please tell me in the chat box. Let me tell you that the similar question was being asked as a part of the World Happiness Report 2025. So what's your answer in the about your happiness level in the chat box? Please tell me. So when we talk about the World Happiness Report 2025, it has been published by Wellbeing Research Center, which is situated in the University of Oxford. Along with this organization, Gallup, the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network, together they have released the World Happiness Report 2025. That is the name of the releasing body. Whenever we are covering any report, my dear friends, I always tell you that we have to cover some different dimensions. That is the releasing body, the parameters used, important rankings, key findings, and the key recommendations, right? So these are the dimensions. 5 fingers, 5 dimensions for the report. So this is basically the releasing body. That is the very first part, and you can see here that this report is based on a single question that I have asked you from the Gallup World Poll. That is, please imagine a ladder with the steps numbered from 0 at the bottom and 10 at the top. The top of the ladder represents the best possible life for you, and the bottom of the ladder represents the worst possible life for you. So on which step of the ladder would you say you personally feel you stand at this time? So my dear friends, let me tell you that as you all are aspirants and preparing for RBI Grade B officer, NABARD Grade A officer, or any other examination, right? In order to prepare in a very effective manner, the most important thing is your mindset, and you must be really very happy. And you are not just doing your preparation for the sake of it, and you just don't want to get selected for the reputation in the society, but for your own happiness, because your why should be very clear, that why exactly you want to you are preparing for these examinations and you want to join these organizations. So I can see in the chat box so many people giving up their scores of happiness. That's really good to see that all of them are nearby 10, and that is really great to see. So let me tell you, my dear friends, that on 20th March we also celebrate the International Day of Happiness. And on 20th March only, the World Happiness Report has been released every year. And can anybody tell me which country gave this concept of happiness? Anybody? So basically it was the Bhutan which gave us the concept of happiness, right? So that is a very important point. Now moving ahead into this particular report, the rankings are based on the different factors. So basically, apart from this question, there are different factors across which the people have been assessed, and then the countries together have been assessed, and they have been ranked in the World Happiness Report. And these include your GDP per capita, healthy life expectancy, social support, whether you are getting the social support or not, freedom to make their life choices, like you have choose that okay, I want to become the SEBI Grade A officer, so you are having the freedom to make choices in your life. So this is also a very important parameter. Then generosity, perceptions of corruption. So total of 6 parameters have been used in order to rank these countries in the World Happiness Report. And this year the report has focused specifically on the impact of caring and sharing. Guys, we always talk about the caring and sharing part, so the report this year is focusing on the similar part. Right now, when we talk about the top performers of this report, let me tell you that there is a country which has topped the report for the 8th consecutive time, and that is Finland. Finland has topped the report with a score of 7.736, followed by Denmark, Iceland, Sweden and Netherlands. These are the top 5 countries. Okay, now my dear friends, it is very easy for you to remember this part when we talk about the world happiness, right? अगर हम बात करते हैं, the country will be really very happy when it will be getting the foreign direct investment, right? So we are getting the foreign direct investment from which country? From Sweden and Netherlands. Just try to remember this in this way, like F for Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Sweden and the Netherlands. In this manner, the country can really be happy, right, by getting the FDI. So in this manner, you can retain this information. Now when we move ahead, what is India's rank is really very important as well as score. So India was ranked 118th in the World Happiness Report with the score of 4.389. So this is a very important point that you all must remember from the examination point of view. Now the bottom performer, the worst performer, is also very important to be remembered. So the country where the people are unhappiest, when we talk about the World Happiness Report, the country where the people level of happiness is at the bottom of this ladder was Afghanistan with a score of 1.364, position 147th in the World Happiness Report 2025. So I hope that these details are very much clear. So the top rankers are FDI SN, and India's rank is 118, and at the bottom of the index it is Afghanistan. Now let's move ahead and try to identify and discuss some key findings of this report. So my dear friends, we all know happiness is really very important, and the people in Finland, they are really very happy, and for the 8th consecutive year this country has topped the index. But there was a large decline which has been seen in the United States. We don't know why they are unhappy, but yes, this is the recent finding of the World Happiness Report, that US has dropped to 24th place, which is its lowest ranking ever. But when we talk about India, so India was ranked 118th, but when we compare the India's performance with its neighbors, for example Nepal, Bangladesh and China, we see that India has been placed below in comparison with these countries. And the drop is basically linked to the growing mental health concerns which are emerging in our country, and the different challenges which emerge due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the economic pressures which are increasing in our nation. So these are the reasons which have been identified by the World Happiness Report, which are causing the happiness level of the people in our nation. So these are the important key findings. So my dear friends, it is very important to remember from the examination point of view, the releasing body is, just remember the name well-being, okay, and just remember the name Gallup. That is the right part. Apart from that, there were total of 6 parameters which have been used. If we talk about the top rankers, that is FDISN. Just remember this: Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Sweden and the Netherlands. India's rank is 118th in this index. So that is what we are really required to remember from the examination point of view. Okay, I hope that this report is clear to all of you. Let's move ahead to the next important topic of the today's session, that is National e-Vidhan application platform. So guys, you can see from the name itself, e-Vidhan मतलब जो हमारा विधान है उसको हम आजकल हम जब ई किसी के सामने लगा देते हैं, लाइक ई कॉमर्स, तो हम क्या करते हैं उसमें, हम ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग की बात करते हैं, राइट। सो सिमिलरली अगर हम बात करते हैं विधान की, तो विधान के हमारे जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, जितने हमारे इंपॉर्टेंट रिपोर्ट्स हैं, सो दे विल बी एक्सेसिबल टू द पीपल हु आर द स्टेक होल्डर ऑफ दिस विधान on their fingertips with the help of the devices. Like right now you are accessing this particular session on your device, right? Be it your laptop, be it your tablet, be it your phone. So you are watching this session through these devices. Similarly, National e-Vidhan application platform was been launched for the legislative assemblies, and let me tell you that Delhi has now become the 28th legislature to join the National e-Vidhan application. And in order to join the National e-Vidhan application, it has signed a tripartite MOU with the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, under the guidance of which this National e-Vidhan application platform was being launched along with the Government of India and the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi. So this is a tripartite MOU. Tripartite means three parties MOU. Okay, so this is basically going to transition the Delhi Legislative Assembly to a paperless and more transparent legislative system in our nation. So that's why it has decided to join National e-Vidhan application. Now when we talk about the NEVA, guys, it is a kind of workflow system which is basically deployed on the National Informatics Center cloud. The name of it is Meghraj 2.0. Please remember the name. It is basically deployed on Meghraj 2.0, which is India's cloud infrastructure. So basically NEVA क्या करता है? We are talking about e-Vidhan. So basically first thing is that it will become paperless, that all the documents, be it the reports, bills, they will be generated online. They will be stored on this cloud infrastructure, and the people who are the stakeholder who are involved in the activities of this e-Vidhan, they are basically who are involved in the activities of Vidhan, they can access these particular documents on their fingertips with the help of a device, and that is how the legislature will become paperless, and that will also make it more transparent, and it will streamline the operation of the Vidhan, right? So objective of the National e-Vidhan application is to digitize the legislative procedure. The procedures which are taking place in the Vidhan, we are digitalizing them, reducing the paper consumption, and that's how it is also related to the sustainable development. Okay, so it will help in conducting the legislative business of the house in a paperless manner. It will enhance legislative procedures by promoting greater efficiency, accessibility and sustainability. तो तीनों ही चीजों को ये एक तीर से तीन निशाने लगाएगा नेशनल ई-विधान एप्लीकेशन. ओके, एंड इट इज aligned with the vision of one nation one application, which is the prime minister's vision. And when we talk about the first legislative council which joined the national e-Vidhan application, it was Bihar. So Bihar legislative council पहली ऐसी council थी जो कि इसने से join किया. And when I talk about the Bihar, let me tell you my dear friends, recently Bihar Day was also been celebrated. Can anybody tell me the date on which the Bihar Day was being celebrated? So it is a homework for you. You have to tell me in the chat box, in the comment section, when the Bihar Day was being celebrated. Okay, I hope this part is clear to all of you, the National e-Vidhan application. Now let's move ahead to the another important day, that is the World Water Day 2025. So World Water Day is being celebrated every year on 22nd March. तो दोस्तों जब भी हम बात करते हैं वाटर की, क्यों कंजर्व करना चाहते हैं, वी ऑलवेज एसोसिएट वन टैगलाइन, वन कोट विद द वाटर, दैट इज दो बूंद जिंदगी की. तो दो दो बूंद अगर आपको मिल जाए जिंदगी की तो आपकी लाइफ विल बी रियली वेरी हैप्पी, राइट. सो कैसे इस डेट को याद कर सकते हैं कि हमें दो दो बूंद मिले जिंदगी की, राइट. सो 22nd March, I hope this is really very clear to all of you, right? So 22nd March is the date on which we celebrate World Water Day, and the theme for this year is glacier preservation. Guys, अगर हम बात करते हैं the drinking water resource, so basically when the glaciers got melt, so then the water pours down from those glaciers, moving from the rivers and reaching us, right? So that's why glacier preservation is very important. Till now we have seen that in the previous some years we have lost so many glaciers. Their melting rate is really increasing day by day, so that is also cause of concern. So we have to make sure that we are preserving the glacier. And let me tell you, that is the reason that United Nations General Assembly also declared year 2025 as the year of glacier preservation, and that is our next topic of the today's session, that is International Year of Glacier Preservation. So in December 2022, UNGA adopted this resolution of declaring year 2025 as International Year of Glaciers Preservation. So on which date we will be celebrating the International Year of Glacier Preservation, guys? So basically what happened was they also decided that from 2025 we will be celebrating World Day for Glacier also. So on which date we will be celebrating this? On March 21st. See guys, जो हमारी दो दो बूंदी पानी की वो कब आती है? वर्ल्ड वाटर डे पे, राइट, 22nd March. So it water will take time to reach us. First it will melt from the glacier, then it will come to us, right? So before one day it got melt and then it came to us. So in 21st of March it got melt. So that is why it is the World Day for Glaciers, and on 22nd March it is the World Water Day. I hope this trick will really help you to remember this information. If yes, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box that yes, in this manner we can really retain this information from the examination point of view, right? So the aim and objective of coming up with this initiative is just to raise global awareness about the critical role that glaciers play in our life. So that's all from this part. Now there is another important part, that United Nations also proclaimed the decade of action for क्रायोस्फेरिक साइंसेस. तो 2025 टू 2034 के बीच में हम डेकेड ऑफ एक्शन फॉर क्रायोस्फेरिक साइंसेस भी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, सो दैट जो हमारा क्रायोस्फीयर रीजन है उसकी साइंटिफिक रिसर्च को हम और एनहांस कर सकें एंड वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड आवर क्लाइमेट एंड वाटर साइकिल बेटर. ठीक है, तो यहां पर क्रायोस्फीयर क्या है गाइस, आप देख सकते हैं क्रायोस्फीयर. You can see that it is basically a frozen area. So cryos means frost or ice cold. So cryosphere is that state of the earth where it is icy and snow, right? So cryosphere includes the components of the earth system which are below the land or above the land or on the land, which are frozen in the nature. It includes snow cover, glaciers, ice sheets, ice shells, icebergs. So this is basically cryosphere. So हमने यहाँ पर इसको थोड़ा डिटेल में कवर कर लिया है, so that आपके जो भी डाउट्स हैं और आपकी इंपॉर्टेंट जो भी मन में क्वेश्चंस आ रहे होंगे हमने उनको रिजॉल्व किया. अब हम बढ़ेंगे नेक्स्ट न्यूज आर्टिकल पर, दैट इज जल शक्ति अभियान कैच द रेन. So my dear friends, as it was the occasion of World Water Day, it was really very important that we must take some step to conserve the water, and that is why in our country every year we see a very important campaign, that is Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain 2025 campaign. So the 6th edition of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan has been launched in Panchkula, Haryana. It was launched by the Ministry of Jal Shakti along with Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the government of Haryana. As it was launched in Panchkula, Haryana, so basically you can see that first we are talking about the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. The Ministry of Jal Shakti will be working. Then we are trying to save the environment. So Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change will be also participating here, and then the state government where it has been launched. Now, what is the aim of coming up with this Abhiyan? That is to emphasize water conservation. We want to make people aware and promote water conservation activities in our society. That's why we want to emphasize water conservation and management through community participation. What is the best way? As the water is really very important source for not just a single person but for the whole community. So that's why the whole community must be participating here in these water conservation activities. So that's why this is the aim of this Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Very easy to remember. And when we talk about the organizing body for this campaign, it was National Water Mission under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Now my dear friends, as this campaign has been launched, so always whenever we see such kind of campaigns, there are some themes which are associated with those campaigns. And this year the theme for Jal Shakti Abhiyan is water conservation towards intensified community connect. We talked about the community participation, so it is towards intensified community connect. Okay, and you can see it is basically Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari, that is community participation, Jan Jagrukta ki aur. So this is the theme in Hindi and we have also covered it in English as well. So that is the Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain 2025 campaign. Now during this particular occasion, they have also come up with another initiative, that is Jal Jangal Jan Ek Prakritik Bandhan Abhiyan. Jal Jangal Jan Ek Prakritik Bandhan Abhiyan has also been launched, that is the Water Forest People, the Intrinsic Bond campaign. तो जो हमारा एक रिलेशनशिप है द पीपल विद द नेचर, सो इट इज बीन कन्फाइंड विद दिस पर्टिकुलर part, right? And it has been launched along with the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and again it aims to restore the ecological connection between the forest, rivers and springs. So that is why this initiative has recently been launched, and I can see in the chat box RS has given me the right answer to the previous question, right? Well done. So this is the Jal Shakti Abhiyan that we have covered. Now let's move ahead to the next important initiative. So in the previous session we covered Samarth, right? And now we will be covering Samarthya, which is a national competition on corporate rescue strategy 2025. Guys, we all know कि हर एक organization की life cycle में एक time आता है when it is at the top or it is at the bottom. So बहुत सारी cycles यहाँ पर उनको देखनी पड़ती हैं अपनी life cycle के अंदर. Like we are facing different kind of phases in our life, राइट तो सिमिलरली एक फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रेस एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है ऑफ द कॉर्पोरेट्स राइट नाउ. सो उस फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रेस को कम कैसे किया जाए, हाउ वी कैन ब्रिंग आउट दीज कॉर्पोरेट्स फ्रॉम द फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रेस सिचुएशन. सो वी वांट सम new innovative strategies and techniques so that we can bring out them. So that is why this national competition on corporate rescue strategies have been launched, and it was launched बाय इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स. क्योंकि कॉर्पोरेट्स को बचाना है तो कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन काम करेगी, आईका, दैट इज इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स, एंड इट हैज लॉन्च दिस पर्टिकुलर कॉम्पिटिशन in its campus in Manesar, Haryana. So this competition offers platform for the students to devise innovative turnaround strategies for business facing financial distress. As I told you, the businesses who are under the financial distress, they will be for them we will be devising some turnaround strategies for them so that we can help them making a U-turn and reaching their higher potential. Okay, so it will emphasize practical learning, strategic thinking, provide participant with the hands-on experiences so that they can navigate through these particular issues in the real world financial distress scenarios, and they can bring out some logical and innovative techniques to turn around, right? So that's why this Samarthya has been launched. Just remember the name Samarthya and the organization which has launched this is ICA. Now moving ahead, there is a Stockholm Water Prize which has been given to Gunther Bloch. He is a hydrologist and he has been given this prestigious Stockholm Water Prize for his different work related to the advancing knowledge of flood risk under the climate change on a global scale, right? He is a professor at the Vienna University, so that is not that important, but what important is Stockholm Water Prize is being awarded by Stockholm Water Foundation along with Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. So the name of the person is very important, and the prize that he has been awarded with is also very important from the examination point of view. Let's move ahead. So actor Chiranjeevi, you can definitely identify this person, actor Chiranjeevi. He has been felicitated with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the House of Commons in the United Kingdom, and he has been given this particular award for his different initiatives, right? And basically which are targeted towards improving the public policies, and he is also the founder of Hyderabad based Chiranjeevi Eye and Blood Bank. So just remember the name actor Chiranjeevi, who has been given the Lifetime Achievement Award by the House of Commons of United Kingdom. Moving ahead, Denmark's Knight's Cross has been given to Vijay Shankar. So Knight's Cross of the Order of Dannebrog by the King of Denmark, it has been given to Vijay Shankar for his consular services in Denmark, right? So he has also played a very important role in boosting the relation between the two nations, and that is why he has been awarded with this award. Please remember the name, that is Vijay Shankar. Moving ahead, the chairman of Intech. So new chairman of Intech, this was mentioned in PIB, that's why we are covering it. So the chairman of National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage, the organization in our country, इनके नए chairman अपॉइंट हुए हैं अशोक सिंह ठाकुर. ठीक है, इंटेक की बात करें तो ये इंडिया की प्रीमियर हेरिटेज कंजर्वेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. वी ऑल नो दैट राइट नाउ इंडिया इज रियली वर्किंग अ लॉट फॉर कंजर्विंग एंड प्रिजर्विंग इट्स हेरिटेज, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट to have a good head there. So that's why Ashok Singh Thakur has been appointed as the chairman. Moving ahead to the last article of the today's session, that is World Tuberculosis Day 2025. So we covered World Water Day, we covered Bihar Day, we covered Glacier Day. Now we are covering the World Tuberculosis Day. So World Tuberculosis Day is being celebrated every year on March 24, and the aim of coming up with this day is to raise awareness about the need to eliminate TB. Why we want to eliminate TB? Because it is world's deadliest infectious disease, and that's why we want to eliminate it. And the day marks the discovery of the TB causing bacterium, which was identified by Dr. Robert Koch in 1882. So in 1882, Dr. Robert Koch discovered the TB causing bacterium, and that is why this day has been commemorated as the World Tuberculosis Day. And this year the theme of the day is yes, we can end TB, commit, invest and deliver. So my dear friends, it is very important to have a belief system, and this particular theme shows that belief system that yes, हम कर सकते हैं, like you can do, you can be the next RBI officer, you can be the next NABARD Grade A officer, you can be the next SEBI Grade A officer. Similarly, yes, we can end TB, commit, invest and deliver. So you can also take a lesson from this particular theme, my dear friend, that you have to commit yourself for a preparation, you have to invest your time, energy there, and then you have to deliver when you will be sitting in the examination. And as you are watching this session, you are committing, you are investing your time, and you will also deliver when now in the upcoming timeline we will be solving the MCQs on this particular topics. Okay, so when we talk about elimination of the TB, the world, and as a part of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, we want to end TB by 2030, right? But India is moving ahead, and India has created an aim that we will be eliminating TB by 2025. So India का goal है 2025 तक TB को eliminate करना, and world goal is to end TB by 2030. That's it from the today's part, and now it's a time for solving the MCQs. Now it's a time for you to deliver what you have learned, what you have gained from this session. Now it's your time to deliver that by answering the questions in the chat box. So question number 1, my dear friend, the numbering is basically reverse here, so do not worry about it, it doesn't matter to us. The main important part is the question itself. So in March 2025, regarding the World Tuberculosis Day, choose the correct combination of sentences. A very easy part, guys. Please try to go through these statements and try to identify the right answer. It's very easy. First thing, World TB Day we celebrate on March 24, absolutely right. It commemorates the discovery of TB causing bacterium. Who did that? Dr. Robert Koch. In which year? 1882. So these two statements are correct. Moving to the third statement, India aims to eliminate TB by the year 2030. Is it right? No. India aims to eliminate it by 2025. World is having the target of eliminating the TB by 2030. But India is 5 years ahead of them. So that's why third statement is incorrect. Right answer will be option A. That is 1 and 2. And I can see Vishwajit, Gururaj, RS, Nishu, Gaurav, all of them are really rocking here, and they have given me the right answer. Well done, guys. Now let's move ahead to the next question. As per the recent updates in March 2025, Dash has been felicitated with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the House of Commons of which country for excellence in public service. So the name of the actor is actor Chiranjeevi, and it was United Kingdom's House of Commons which has awarded him. So option D will be the right answer to this question. Let's see who has given me the right answer in the chat box. Again, I have seen the same set of people giving me the right answer in the chat box. That really shows your commitment, and it really shows that yes, you have gathered and gained all the important information that we are required to retain from this session. Moving ahead to the next question related to the Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain 2025. So choose the correct combination. So here, my dear friends, we have to basically go through these statements and try to identify the right answer. I am really glad to see that even new people like Vatheshwari, Nishu, Soni, so all them have given me the right answer to the previous question. Now we are on the question on the Shakti Abhiyan, Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Again, moving on to the keywords. 6th edition launched in Panchkula, Haryana. Absolutely right. Second statement, jointly launched by Minister of Jal Shakti, Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the Government of Haryana. Absolutely right. Third statement, it focuses on river rejuvenation as the central theme of 2025. Guys, so if we talk about the central theme, was it related to the river rejuvenation? No, it was not related to that. It was related to the Jan Bhagidari and water conservation through Jan Bhagidari. That's why this statement is incorrect, and option A will be the right answer. Moving to the next question. So United Nations General Assembly declared dash date, that is which date, as the World Day for Glacier starting from the year dash. तो कौन से ईयर से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे, किस डेट को हम सेलिब्रेट करेंगे वर्ल्ड डे फॉर ग्लेशियर, दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई हियर. सो द डेट विल बी basically 21st of March and the year 2025 from which we are starting celebrating this day. So option C will be the right answer to this question. Absolutely right. Moving ahead, the question is on the World Water Day, which is celebrated every year on which date, and the theme for World Water Day was dash. So guys, we all know that we are getting the water from the glacier, so glacier preservation is the theme. But when we talk about the date on which we celebrate, I told you दो बूंद जिंदगी की, राइट, दो बूंद चाहिए जिंदगी की. सो 22nd March is the right answer here. Option B will be the right answer. So are you guys finding it really easy solving these questions? Please tell me in the chat box. क्या आप सभी आसानी से इन questions का जवाब दे पा रहे हैं? ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है मेरे लिए इंश्योर करना दैट आपके लिए जो करंट अफेयर हम यहाँ पर कवर करते हैं वो इजी हो, आप अच्छे से उन्हें समझ पाएं एंड यू आर एबल टू कवर देम holistically. So please tell me in the chat box what are you thinking about that part. Okay, now moving ahead to the next question. The question is on the national e-Vidhan application. So we have to again identify the correct statements. पहली statement, ये एक workflow system है, मेघराज 2.0 पर deployed है, correct. सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट, बिहार लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल वो फर्स्ट हाउस था इंडिया के अंदर टू अडॉप्ट नेशनल ई विधान एप्लीकेशन प्लेटफॉर्म इन 2021. Third question, Delhi is the 23rd legislature to join the NEVA platform. So Delhi is not the third, but it is 23rd, it is 28th legislature. So that's why the third statement is incorrect. Again, option A is the right answer. I have received some responses that yes, they are really feeling good now, that yes, they are able to answer these questions and it is really easy. That really shows your commitment and dedication level with which you are watching this session, guys. Okay, now we are already done with this question number 6. Now let's move ahead to the homework questions, guys. So let me tell you that if anybody of you was not able to answer the question that we have asked you till now, do not worry. What you have to do now is कि जब ये सेशन खत्म होगा आप पूरा सेशन फिर से अटेंड कीजिएगा, ठीक है. तो एक होमवर्क क्वेश्चन नाउ आई एम गिविंग यू एंड आप सभी को इस होमवर्क क्वेश्चन का आंसर करना है इन द चैट बॉक्स, ठीक है. कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर आप कमेंट करेंगे आंसर एंड द पीपल हु विल बी गिविंग मी द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन दे विल बी द स्टार परफॉर्मर. तो स्टार परफॉर्मर कौन होगा इस सेशन का हम देखेंगे वो नेक्स्ट सेशन के अंदर. सो दिस इज द होमवर्क क्वेश्चन ऑन द वर्ल्ड हैप्पीनेस रिपोर्ट 2025, ठीक है. So this is the right part. So this is the question for all of you on the World Happiness Report 2025. इसका मुझे आंसर करिएगा आप in the comment section. Okay. So now when we talk about the star performer from the previous session, the question was on the Rashtriya Gokul mission and the right answer was option B, that is 1 and 3. Because यहाँ पर आपका 50% capital cost दिया गया है, which is not 50 but 35%. That is why this statement is incorrect. And right answer is option B. And I am having a long list of the people who are the star performer, which include Analysis Sports, Akansha, Sheetal, Mayank, Richa, Aditya. Once look at me, Anjali, Nikhil Rana, Shanika, Shashi Dora, Nicholas, Stress Booster, लाइफ फन. सो गाइस इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स का नाम है यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं. एंड आफ्टर सीइंग दिस आई कैन डेफिनेटली से दैट मेरा हैप्पीनेस लेवल उस 0 to 10 को क्रॉस करके 11 पर पहुंच गया है. बिकॉज आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू सी दैट ऑल ऑफ यू आर गिविंग मी द राइट आंसर इन द कमेंट सेक्शन एंड नॉट अ सिंगल स्टूडेंट वाज देयर हु हैव गिवन द आंसर इनकरेक्टली इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. दैट रियली शोज योर डेडिकेशन लेवल एंड दैट रियली पुशेस अस एज वेल to bring out more content, quality content in a more good manner so that कि आप उससे अच्छे से cover कर सके, ठीक है. So it is really great to see all of you answering the part and now I would like to see more of the people in the next session to answer the question in the comment section, right? So guys, if you are still new to your YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. और अगर आपको इस सेशन की रिवीजन करनी है, right? आपने सेशन अच्छे से देखा, that is well and good. आपने एक बार फिर से रिवाइज कर लिया उसको देखकर at 1.5x स्पीड, बट उसके बाद जब रिवीजन करनी है तो आपको पीडीएफ की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, वो आपको मिलेगी टेलीग्राम चैनल पे. द लिंक टू टेलीग्राम चैनल इज बीन गिवन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन. Okay, so now my dear friends, that was all from the today's session. I believe that today's session was really useful and fruitful to all of you. आप में से किसी की कोई भी query है, if you are having any queries, you can definitely mention your queries in the comment section. I will be answering your queries there. Apart from that, अगर आपको कुछ mentorship guidance चाहिए, you are facing any difficulty, any sort of difficulty in your preparation, be it your current affairs or any other topic, you can definitely feel free to ask your doubt in the comment section, or you can email to us at hello@edutap.co.in. And if you want to have a conversation with us, you want some mentorship guidance, we are there. EduTap has got your back. You can call us at 8146207241, and we will be having a conversation with you regarding the same, and we will be resolving all your doubts there. Okay, so now I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, make sure you stay happy, stay healthy, and stay preparing for your examination. So wish you a great day ahead.